What if I told you that your power, yes, your power, is under constant threat? Not from enemies you can see, but from forces so subtle, you might not even notice them. Every chosen one faces this battle. And the truth is, most lose because they don't know how to protect what makes them unique. But not you. Today, I'm revealing the 7 secrets that will transform how you protect your energy, your mission, and your purpose. These aren't the kind of secrets you'll hear in passing. They're the keys to staying grounded, unstoppable, and deeply connected to your divine calling. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to drain the life out of you? Or why your greatest insights often come when you're alone? These aren't coincidences, they're clues. Clues that the path of the chosen is both a gift and a challenge. Let me ask you, are you tired of feeling misunderstood? Of giving so much and feeling like you're left with nothing? Then this is for you. By the time we're done, you'll have the tools to reclaim your strength, silence the noise, and elevate your spiritual journey. The secrets I'm about to share aren't just lessons, they're a lifeline. So, are you ready to unlock the wisdom that few ever discover? Let's start with the very first secret. Every so often, a select few are called to walk a path unlike any other. These are the chosen ones, tasked with missions that transcend the ordinary. They don't seek this role, it seeks them. It's not about fame or recognition, but fulfilling a purpose that feels carved into their very soul. But tell me, have you ever felt like your life was meant for something extraordinary, even if the world doesn't see it yet? That whisper, that pull, it might just be your calling waiting to be answered. The journey of a chosen one is never easy. Life will challenge you, often brutally, because growth demands resilience. You're not just handed spiritual insights. They're earned through trials that refine your faith and sharpen your discernment. Think about this. Diamonds are formed under pressure, and the same is true for souls walking the chosen path. The challenges you face aren't meant to break you. They're meant to transform you into someone who can carry the weight of your mission. Solitude often becomes your closest companion on this path, but don't mistake it for loneliness. Solitude is where clarity blooms and where the noise of the world fades away, leaving space for divine connection. Consider this. The greatest revelations in history often came to individuals during moments of isolation. Whether it's a quiet walk in nature or a pause in your daily grind, these moments are not empty, they are sacred. Have you carved out that sacred space for yourself? Balancing the demands of the external world with the pull of your inner calling can feel overwhelming. The expectations of others may weigh heavily, but as a chosen one, your task isn't to meet every demand, it's to remain true to your mission. This requires unwavering discernment, the ability to filter out distractions and focus on what truly matters. You can't pour from an empty cup, so why do so many of us try? Balance isn't a luxury, it's survival. Discernment is your shield in this journey. It's not about overthinking, but about approaching life with intentionality. Picture this, you're standing at a crossroads, and every step you take ripples across your future. Do you rush forward, or do you pause to align your steps with your purpose? Discernment isn't hesitation, it's wisdom. And wisdom ensures your energy remains focused, like sunlight through a magnifying glass, turning small sparks into flames of transformation. Faith is the lifeline that carries chosen ones through the darkest of trials. You will face storms, and in those moments, your faith will feel like the only thing keeping you afloat. But here's the secret, those storms aren't here to destroy you, they're here to reveal your strength. Have you ever felt like you were at the edge of breaking, only to discover a resilience you didn't know you had? That's the divine reminding you of your power, even in the face of spiritual attacks. And as you walk this path, secrecy emerges as your ally. Not everyone is ready to hear the truths you carry or to witness the transformation you've undergone. Sharing too much, too soon can invite misunderstanding or even spiritual attacks. There's wisdom in keeping certain insights close, revealing them only when the time and the person is right. But what if I told you that some of your power lies in what you choose not to share? Let's explore that deeper in the next section. Secrecy isn't about hiding, it's about protecting. Chosen ones are entrusted with spiritual insights that, if misused or misunderstood, can cause harm. Not everyone will understand the weight of your mission, and that's okay. Sharing too freely can dilute the power of your truth or leave you vulnerable to energy draining. Think about it. Would you hand your most precious possession to someone who didn't recognize its value? Neither should you with your wisdom. Imagine this scenario. You've just experienced a profound spiritual awakening. The urge to share it with everyone might be overwhelming, but not all ears are ready to hear it. Some may dismiss you, and others might even use your vulnerability against you. Secrecy allows you to protect your energy while discerning who truly deserves access to your revelations. Have you ever regretted sharing too much with the wrong person? Then you already know this lesson. The practice of discretion extends beyond your words. It's about your energy, too. When you speak openly about your spiritual growth, you open a door to judgment, envy, or even spiritual attacks. This doesn't mean you have to hide who you are. It simply means choosing your audience wisely. Just as a gardener protects seeds until they're strong enough to face the elements, you must safeguard your growth until it can stand on its own. In every spiritual journey, there will be those who question your path. Their skepticism isn't always malicious, but it can still drain your faith if you're not careful. That's why discernment and emotional mastery are key. When you're selective about what you share, you maintain control over your narrative. You owe no one an explanation for your spiritual insights or the solitude you embrace to protect them. Keeping some aspects of your journey private doesn't make you selfish, it makes you wise. In fact, many of the most powerful chosen ones operated in secrecy, moving silently to fulfill their mission. History is filled with examples of individuals whose discretion allowed them to succeed against all odds. Think of it this way: a tree grows in silence before bearing fruit. Your mission is no different. One of the greatest dangers of oversharing is the risk of spiritual energy being drained. Have you ever felt inexplicably exhausted after opening up to someone? That's because energy flows where attention goes, and the wrong listeners can sap your strength. To protect your energy, practice silence when necessary. After all, silence is not absence, it's strength in disguise. Now let me ask you, how much power have you lost by sharing too much, too soon? If the answer unsettles you, take heart. This is your chance to reclaim it. Moving forward, we'll explore how to guard your energy more effectively, because protecting what's sacred isn't just wise, it's essential. But first, let's uncover why energy is so precious on this path. Energy is the lifeblood of your spiritual journey. Without it, even the most divinely inspired mission becomes impossible to sustain. Chosen ones must treat their energy as a sacred resource, because it is. Every interaction, thought, and decision either strengthens or depletes it. Let me ask you, have you ever felt drained after being around certain people or situations? That's no accident. It's your spirit signaling that something is out of alignment. Protecting your energy begins with awareness. Not everyone you encounter has good intentions, and some may unknowingly drain your vitality simply by their presence. These individuals aren't necessarily harmful, but they can still pull you off balance. Think of it this way: your energy is like a candle flame. If you surround yourself with gusts of wind, the flame falters. Surround yourself with calm, and it burns brighter. One of the most effective ways to guard your energy is through boundaries, both physical and emotional. Saying no isn't selfish, it's self-preservation. Have you ever agreed to something out of guilt, only to regret it later? That's a sign your boundaries need reinforcing. Boundaries are your shield, ensuring that you only give your energy to what aligns with your mission and purpose. Solitude is another key to maintaining energetic strength. Time alone isn't just about recharging, it's about realigning. In silence, you reconnect with your divine connection and hear the guidance meant only for you. Some might label this as isolation, but don't be swayed by their judgment. Solitude isn't avoidance, it's preparation. It's where spiritual insights flourish and discernment sharpens. Energy protection extends to your environment as well. Look around. Does your space uplift you or drain you? Simple changes, like decluttering or introducing elements of nature, can transform your surroundings into a sanctuary. Even small habits, like limiting exposure to negative media or toxic conversations, can have profound effects on your energy levels. It's about creating harmony between your outer world and inner self. Emotional mastery plays a significant role in guarding your energy. Strong emotions, both positive and negative, are powerful, but if unchecked, they can become overwhelming. Learning to channel these emotions rather than suppressing them ensures they fuel your purpose rather than derail it. Have you ever experienced a burst of anger or joy that left you feeling spent? Imagine redirecting that energy into something constructive instead. Energy protection isn't just about defense, it's about empowerment. Every action you take to guard your energy strengthens your spiritual resilience. And as you become more intentional, you'll notice something remarkable. Your energy doesn't just sustain you, it starts influencing others. Next, we'll explore how solitude and balance become the foundation for maintaining the strength in every aspect of life. Solitude is not a retreat from life. It's a journey into yourself. Chosen ones often find that the noise of the world can drown out their inner guidance, making solitude essential. In stillness, you reconnect with your mission and purpose, allowing divine connection to guide your steps. But here's a question. When was the last time you truly sat in silence? Not to escape, but to listen? The answers you seek often emerge when you do. Balance is the twin pillar of solitude. It's not just about withdrawing into silence, but finding harmony between action and rest, giving and receiving. Imagine a tightrope walker. They stay upright by maintaining balance, adjusting with each step. Your spiritual journey is no different. Without balance, even the strongest purpose can falter. Are you taking time to rest, or are you pushing yourself to the point of exhaustion? Solitude and balance also help guard against burnout, a risk for anyone on a mission as profound as yours. You can't pour from an empty cup, and the chosen one's path requires constant replenishment. Picture a river. If it flows too quickly, it erodes its banks. If it stagnates, it becomes murky. Finding your flow means knowing when to act and when to pause, keeping your energy clear and strong. One practical way to cultivate solitude is through intentional routines. Whether it's a morning meditation, a quiet evening walk, or journaling your thoughts, these practices anchor you in the present. Have you ever noticed how even 10 minutes of silence can reset your entire mindset? Try it. It's often in these small, intentional moments that spiritual growth takes root. Balance isn't just about your schedule, it's about your mindset. Too often, people confuse busyness with productivity, but the chosen ones understand that meaningful progress comes from clarity, not chaos. Have you ever accomplished more in a calm hour than in a frantic day? That's the power of balance in action. By aligning your efforts with your purpose, you achieve more while expending less energy. Solitude and balance also deepen your discernment. When you're constantly surrounded by noise, it's easy to lose sight of what matters. But when you step back, you see clearly, like a painter stepping away from the canvas to understand the bigger picture. This clarity enables you to navigate challenges with wisdom, making choices that align with your higher purpose. Ultimately, practicing solitude and balance is about honoring yourself. It's a form of energy protection, a way to recharge your spirit while staying connected to your mission. But it's also a preparation for what comes next. Because in silence and balance, you build the strength needed to embrace the power of discretion and emotional mastery. And isn't it time to explore what silence can truly teach us? Silence is more than the absence of sound. It's the presence of power. For chosen ones, it becomes a sanctuary, a place where spiritual insights flourish and wisdom deepens. In a world that constantly demands your voice, choosing silence can feel revolutionary. But ask yourself, how often do you speak just to fill the void? True strength lies in knowing when your silence says more than words ever could. Discretion works hand in hand with silence, guarding the sacred knowledge entrusted to you. Sharing too much, too soon, can dilute your energy and leave you vulnerable to spiritual attacks. Think of discretion as a protective veil, shielding your growth until it's ready to stand in the light. Have you ever regretted revealing something personal, only to see it misused? That's a sign your discretion is worth refining. The power of silence also lies in its ability to disrupt. In a noisy world, silence forces others to pay attention. It creates space for reflection, both for you and those around you. Imagine standing in a room full of chatter and suddenly falling quiet. Everyone notices. That's the magnetic power of a chosen one who wields silence intentionally. Practicing discretion doesn't mean shutting people out. It's about sharing selectively with those who have earned your trust. Think of your spiritual insights as precious gems. Would you toss diamonds to just anyone, or would you entrust them to someone who values their worth? Discretion is about protecting what matters most while nurturing meaningful connections. Silence also cultivates emotional mastery. In moments of tension, it gives you the space to process your feelings before reacting. Have you ever regretted saying something in the heat of the moment? Silence teaches you that not every emotion needs immediate expression. It transforms impulsiveness into strength, helping you respond with wisdom instead of reacting out of habit. Discretion and silence together create a sacred boundary around your energy. They allow you to navigate challenges without depleting your reserves. By embracing these practices, you become less reactive to external forces and more attuned to your inner guidance. It's like tuning out static noise to hear the clarity of a pure melody, the melody of your purpose. But silence isn't just a tool, it's a teacher. It reveals what words often conceal and helps you discern who is truly listening. What might you discover if you allowed silence to guide your next steps? And as we explore emotional mastery next, let's dive into how controlling your emotions can unlock an even greater level of strength and clarity. Emotions are a powerful force. For the chosen ones, mastering them is not just an option, it's a necessity. Unchecked emotions can derail even the most focused journey, but when harnessed, they become a source of immense strength. Think about this. Have you ever felt a surge of anger or joy that made you act in ways you later regretted or celebrated? Learning to channel those emotions is where true power lies. Emotional mastery begins with awareness. Recognizing what you feel in the moment allows you to pause, reflect, and choose your response. This is not about suppressing emotions, but about understanding their message. Have you ever considered that emotions are like signposts, pointing to areas that need attention? Anger might signal a boundary crossed, while sadness could reveal a longing unmet. One of the hardest lessons for chosen ones is learning that emotions are not the enemy. Even the most difficult feelings, fear, frustration, or doubt, carry wisdom when approached with discernment. Imagine your emotions as wild horses. Left untamed, they run rampant. But with patience and practice, they become a disciplined force, carrying you farther than you ever thought possible. Practical tools can help you navigate emotional waves. Breathing techniques, journaling, or simply stepping away from a situation can create space to process what you're feeling. Have you tried naming your emotions aloud? I feel frustrated, or I feel overwhelmed. This simple act can diffuse their intensity, giving you control over your next move. Emotional mastery is also about balance. Suppressing emotions creates internal pressure, while overindulging them can drain your energy. The key is to feel fully without being consumed. Think of a river. When it flows within its banks, it's a source of life and movement. But when it overflows, it causes destruction. How can you keep your emotions flowing in ways that nourish rather than overwhelm? Channeling emotions into purpose is where the magic happens. Frustration becomes motivation, sadness turns into reflection, and joy fuels connection. When you master this alchemy, your emotions no longer control you, they empower you. Have you ever used anger to fuel a project or joy to inspire someone else? That's emotional mastery in action, transforming raw feelings into purposeful energy. Emotional mastery isn't about being unfeeling, it's about being unshakable. It's the ability to stand firm, no matter the storms swirling around you. And as you hone this skill, you'll find that balance extends beyond emotions. It touches every aspect of your life. Up next, we'll explore how achieving holistic balance elevates not only your journey but your ability to fulfill your mission. Balance isn't just about keeping your life in order. It's the foundation of spiritual growth. Chosen ones face a unique challenge, walking a path that demands alignment of the physical, emotional, and spiritual. When one area is out of sync, the others suffer. Imagine a three-legged stool. Remove one leg, and it topples. The same is true for your journey. Are you neglecting any area of your life that needs tending? Physical health plays a vital role in maintaining balance. A strong body supports a strong spirit, yet it's often overlooked. Simple practices like nourishing your body with wholesome food, getting enough sleep, and moving daily can transform your energy. Have you ever noticed how much more focused and resilient you feel after taking care of yourself physically? It's no coincidence. Your body is a temple for your mission. Emotional balance requires mastering the art of detachment while staying deeply connected to your purpose. It's about feeling without being overwhelmed and loving without losing yourself. Imagine carrying a bowl of water. You move steadily, knowing that spilling a drop disrupts the harmony. How can you carry your emotions this carefully in your daily life? Spiritual balance means staying rooted in your divine connection while navigating the complexities of the world. It's the ability to trust the guidance you receive, even when external circumstances seem chaotic. Practices like meditation, prayer, or simply pausing to breathe can ground you in this connection. Have you made time today to tune in to your inner wisdom? Relationships also play a critical role in achieving balance. The people around you can either uplift or drain you, so discernment is essential. Surround yourself with those who honor your mission and purpose, and don't be afraid to set boundaries with those who don't. After all, balance isn't about pleasing everyone. It's about staying true to yourself while fostering meaningful connections. Balance isn't achieved in a single day. It's an ongoing process. Life will constantly throw you off kilter, testing your ability to recalibrate. The key is flexibility, like a tree bending in the wind but never breaking. Have you allowed yourself the grace to adjust, or are you holding on to rigid expectations? True balance is found in adapting without losing your core. When you achieve balance in all aspects, you become unstoppable. Your physical strength, emotional mastery, and spiritual insights harmonize, creating a life of purpose and flow. But balance is just the beginning. What lies ahead is the culmination of everything we've explored, a realization of the power you hold when you protect these secrets and apply them. Are you ready to unlock this potential? Now that you know the 7 secrets every chosen one must protect, the real question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Because knowing is only the beginning. It's in applying these truths, guarding your energy, embracing solitude, mastering your emotions, that your power truly grows. So let me ask you, are you ready to step fully into your purpose? To claim the balance, wisdom, and spiritual strength that sets you apart? If this resonates with you, don't wait. Start protecting what's sacred, and watch how your life transforms in ways you never imagined. And here's something important. Don't keep this wisdom to yourself. If this message spoke to you, share it with someone special who needs to hear it. Imagine the ripple effect if every chosen one stood firm in their mission. If this video brought you spiritual insights, don't let the journey end here. Click on the link and join me for the next step. It's where we'll go even deeper into your potential. I promise, it's a lesson you can't afford to miss. Let's walk this path together. And before you go, help me reach my goal of 100 subscribers. Hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to keep growing with me. Remember, this isn't just knowledge, it's a movement. Will you be part of it?